It's turned. I'll turn it more.
Getting a 10 streak in Hourglass was a commendation I thought I would never get. At least not without being carried.
This video might take longer than we think, though.
I've been on a journey to complete every commendation in the Sea of Thieves. After almost 4 years and 3,000 hours, I'm getting close to that goal. But then there's Hourglass. You know, the PvP mode, full of sweats, exploiters, and lost farmers. Well, I'm not any of those things. Since I was a kid, I've always been player 2. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere with this. I've never felt like a real gamer. High-action, intense PvP games have never been my strong suit. I used to literally get carried by my older brother in the Chip and Dale game on Nintendo. Backseat gaming to solve the puzzle so he could beat the game. That was my role. An ex-boyfriend tried to get me to play around in Halo 2, but in the heat of battle, my anxiety would have me shooting at the sky. Let's just say I was the best player on the other team. Later on in life, Mr. Hysteria introduced me to Fallout 3. Even with VATS, which would essentially freeze the game and allow me to lock in on my enemy to fire, my nerves and anxiety would skyrocket. There's a reason I chose Lady Hysteria as my name. I remember early on in the game heading to the Super Duper Mart and finding it overrun by raiders. Comparatively, these are pretty low-level enemies, just a little bit harder than fighting off pistol-wielding skeletons. But I couldn't do it on my own. I handed my controller to Chaos to watch him slaughter all the raiders, essentially carrying me through my own single-player game. Fallout 3, 4, and 76 were like therapy for my video game anxiety, but they were nothing like Sea of Thieves. Or the challenge of getting a 10 streak in Hourglass. Chaos and I started sailing as a sloop crew. I did my best to keep the ship afloat while he dealt with all the action, because I've always been player 2. And based on my gamer resume, I was sure that I would have to be carried if I ever wanted a 10 streak. But because of how cooperative the game is and how sweaty Hourglass has gotten, I don't think anyone can actually get carried in Hourglass for more than a few fights. So, I still needed to get good. But I didn't torture myself by just grinding Hourglass. I know how to steer the boat. Look at me.
Oh, yeah.
I watched other creators and streamers who are way better than me. Then, every time I play, I have a mini goal of something I can improve on. I started with learning to manage Helm, which involves prioritizing multiple tasks under pressure while keeping an eye on the other ship to keep your cannon angle.
Raising sails, I'm gonna come adjust.
Then, I practiced ship-to-ship snipes to add additional pressure to the opposing crew.
This is where I die.
We also spent a few months playing on bigger boats with our guildmates who have a lot more Hourglass experience than we do.
Got their back.
Done. I know some people think commendation hunting is silly, but sometimes working toward a commendation can expand your gameplay. Yes! In recent months, I even stepped out of the Sea of Thieves box to revisit Halo so I could get more PvP practice at a faster paced setting. And I made space in my life to play cozy puzzle games, because keeping a cool head is essential to winning. I've noticed that a lot of PvE commendations and skills can be transferable to PvP. I haven't always been a PvP player, but I've grown to appreciate it because it has challenged me to grow as a gamer. So in theory, I should be able to get that 10 streak in Hourglass. Right? Each one starts. Should go find my notebook. It's in my purse.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Don't you dare. I'm so scared. Just got butterflies.
You got me once?
But I'm gonna be real with you. Duo sloops are a total sweat fest.
Have you bone called
He's
him?
on. He's on.
Okay. I think I knocked him off.
Oh, I'm stuck. I'm dead.
I've never made it past a 6 streak on a dual sloop, brig, or a galleon. So it was time to try solos. I won't have a player 1, meaning it's just me. Me and my anxiety. As much as I love puzzle games, I needed to treat Hourglass like a puzzle. My weakness is hand-to-hand combat. However, after being helm for more than a year, I'm better off with naval. So I just needed to make a few adjustments to helm as a solo instead of a duo, and brush up on my mid to long range cannons. Because if I hit my opening shots, I could keep my opponent from boarding, or at least make them regret it if they did.
Ship has a hole in it.
Yes. I'm dead.
Nice.
I think I might have killed him.
As long as I can keep it as a naval battle, it's just like a moving puzzle. So here's a little bit of my thought process. As long as there isn't a giant rock or an island, turn the wheel about halfway to the right. Raise the sails halfway. Start to straighten the wheel. Pay attention to how close the other ship is and start turning left, but not too soon so you don't nose. Stay calm and don't worry if they shoot first or hit first. Prioritize the angle to keep decent shots. I watch the smoke trails from their cannons to adjust my shots. Don't get windballed, eat, and repair the mast. Keep an eye on their ship and adjust the angle. Wait for a clear shot of the mast.
Nice. I hit their mast once. Got it.
Let go of the cannon to not get windballed. Eat, repair the mast.
Once. I didn't eat my food.
Do not lose angle. Keep up on pressure and spread the damage. Listen for the water cues and know when to bucket. I only have 1 hole, so I can maintain this with buckets. Keep my health bar above 70 so I won't die to a snipe, and keep applying pressure. I'm aiming for the bucket spot because that's where I assumed he was, but he was actually on cannons. I'm winning this, but it could easily turn around. I just have to maintain pressure, keep angle, remember to bucket, and keep my eye on their ship. I'm doing my best to spread the damage, but with the high wave, I have to switch to a scatter shot. If I'm treating this like a moving puzzle, I have to know how to adjust in the moment. I'm pretty sure I've hit every hole possible, so I know I need to get ready for a board.
The way he's hitting his snipes, I'm afraid to go for the board.
Yeah.
Did I win? I think I won.
Nice.
Won!
That's awesome.
In solos, there are inevitably going to be some lost farmers. But I treat these like real fights because sometimes it's a trick.
They're just going in a circle, but they're not firing at me. I guess they're just lost farming. Of course, I don't trust them. Oh yeah, he's letting us in.
I was off to a good start and I just needed to repeat the process. Turn the wheel to the right, raise the sails, straighten out, and start turning left. Stay calm, pay attention to the smoke trails, and get their mast down.
He's lighting his cone on fire. He said I need help.
I was nervous to do solos, but this is going really well.
Raise the sails.
Straighten out, start turning left. I was on a roll until fight 7.
You'd think.
Oh. It's like, why is this music different? The burning blade, haunting Crescent Island. Oh, great. There's a fall immediately out. Oh,
my opponent saw what I spawned into and was gracious enough to offer to reset the fight. Unfortunately, that spawn really got in my head though, and I was feeling frantic. I knew I should have fixed this right side hole, but I was struggling to hit his ship. And with every missed shot, I started to panic even more, especially when he was nailing his shots. I'm panicking so much that I'm fumbling my fingers while I'm finally trying to fix this hole. I'm hyper-focused on getting this repair. I'm feeling overwhelmed and I didn't give enough time for my food to register.
You know what?
And at this point, I am in a full panic because I can't get any reps on the mast. Although I'd finally managed to hit his ship once, I wasn't paying attention to how many cannonballs I had in my pocket, so it was kind of a waste. I was shooting out of desperation, while knowing that I needed to bucket and get some damage on his ship, but I still needed to fix the mast. And in my frenzied state, I had missed the wheel cue when he hit it earlier. I'm gonna need my wheel if I want to be able to return fire at any point, which seems unlikely right now. I already knew that I lost this fight. I could have stayed down to grab more buckets, but that really just would have prolonged the inevitable, because I already lost when I got frantic. This guy was good, and I didn't stand a chance against him if I couldn't keep a cool head. I lost.
You lost? Oh man.
Yeah. Him offering to reset, he's probably really good to not want to take advantage of that. Like, good for him.
Like I said before, I've never made it past a 6 streak.
Couldn't find his ship, and yeah, he was just.
I needed to take a breather. Remember, Hourglass is just a puzzle to be solved. So I tried again. Just like last time, I got the 6th streak. But like always, I run into trouble on lucky number 7.
Got his mask. I got one bald.
Oh no.
I think I might have won now. I just need to get back to my boat. I didn't have too much pressure. I think I'm okay, but I won.
You won?
Yeah.
This was the closest I've ever been to getting a 10 streak. For my next fight, I started everything like I usually do, except this guy had a much different tactic than anybody I had gone against so far.
Why is he peeling out?
This guy was making some weird moves, so I had to keep a really close watch on what he was doing so that I wouldn't accidentally nose his shit.
What is he doing? He's like trying to ram strap me or something?
Realizing that he was trying to ram made a lot more sense. So I had to keep pressure on his ship to keep him from boarding. I really thought I had his mast here and that I was going to finish this. As soon as I realized my mistake, I had very little time to correct it, and this put me in a really bad spot.
So bad.
As soon as I heard my anchor go, my heart dropped because I knew I had been boarded.
And I'm off my ship.
Oh no.
I thought this was over, and in a way I was right. Even though I got the win, if he killed me here, I would sink, and that would be fair game. It would be unfortunate, but fair. But I am so thankful that he was a great sport and even took a bucket for me. I still had my streak, and I only needed 2 more wins.
I am so glad he's not just destroying me here.
Okay, 2 more. Turn the wheel to the right. Raise halfway. Straighten out and turn left. Hit their ship.
And he's done.
Nice. Good job.
I wish I could say that I had the steps down to a science, But now that I was so close to hitting my goal, my anxiety was making a comeback. And when that happens, I lose. Turn the wheel to the right. I can see his ship. He's not going for the parallels. Raise the sails to half.
That's the same guy I just fought.
You got him.
His sails are up past half. Straighten the wheel. And then start turning left. I think that's good enough. Time to get on cannons.
I don't know if I
Don't
can
get
do
one
this.
balled. Aim for cannon line.
I'm not good enough.
Land opening shots. He hit my mast, but I don't think he's maintaining that angle. Repair the mast and watch his ship. I'm gonna mess this up.
Alright, I knew he was gonna hit my mast, but he couldn't maintain that angle. So
He's turned out, but I need to keep up on pressure. And now it looks like he's turning back in.
I'm messing
Now
this
I
up.
need to adjust my angle.
I need to fix my
I'm
angle.
not good enough. I can't do this on my own.
It's strange.
I'm watching where his cannonball lands and refilling my pockets.
I'm gonna lose.
I need to shoot back. I'm watching the cannon smoke and adjusting my aim. I need to fix the angle again. Pay attention to their ship and adjust the angle.
What am I doing?
So far I'm not losing, but I'm not really winning yet either.
I've never been good enough.
I need to get his mast down,
I need this.
but I wasn't expecting it to go down with one shot. And now I'm so shocked that I'm not looking to make sure that I switch to cannonballs.
I'm not a real gamer.
I'm getting behind him and I'm realizing that I didn't turn my wheel enough.
What am I doing?
I go to grab it, but I miss, so I go for the sails so I don't get too far away.
It's always my fault.
Part
when
of
I
me
lose.
still doesn't think I can do
Why
this.
am I even trying?
I don't have angle yet, so I'm grabbing a
I'll
bucket.
never be good
I'm
enough.
getting too far away. Let's get his mast back up.
I don't want him to get his mast back up, so I take a shot out of desperation.
Now I've overturned. I'm freaking out.
I keep making mistakes.
I need to get back on cannons.
I'm not doing
I
enough
can't see his
damage.
boat, but I'm hoping this lands.
I'll never be good enough.
I feel like he's gonna drop his sails any second and get a reset.
It's always my fault. when
If
I
he
lose.
resets, he's just gonna prolong this fight.
I'm messing this up. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I'm gonna lose. What am I doing?
I thought he was gonna lower his mast there. I'm a little confused.
I've never been good enough. I'm not a real gamer. I need this. What am I doing wrong? Why am I even trying?
I need to calm down. He's shooting too high. I can hit him if I aim lower.
I keep making mistakes.
I shouldn't be the one making desperation shots here.
I'll never be good enough.
I can barely see his ship, but I think I need to adjust the angle. Now that I'm closing the distance, I should have some easier shots here. I forgot I never lowered my sails back down to half. I've given him too much time to make repairs.
Not going fast enough.
That's it.
And so much of solos comes down to the one ball.
Got him. He's dead.
I don't know how much he's repaired, so I need to keep a
Good.
little bit of pressure up
I can recover this.
and take a minute to make my own repairs.
I'm gonna fix a hole.
I didn't play this round perfectly, but I got
Oh my
it.
God, I got it. I got it.
Go drop it.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
That one ball did it.
That's amazing.
I wish you could see like the huge grin on my freaking face right now.
Yeah.
I was in disbelief. I know it's just a game, but isn't the purpose of a game to feel good? Either to feel good about solving a puzzle, feel good about outsmarting other players, or feel good about getting 10 wins in a row by yourself for the first time. I dedicated time to learning a game that was hard, to learning a mode in that game that was even harder. And I finally feel like I can honestly say that I got good at it. Sea of Thieves has changed me. I know I'm not the best player, and I still make some mistakes, but getting this 10 streak made me feel like a real gamer, not just player 2 anymore.
After all of my bad mouthing of solos,
Yeah, for real.
like I hate solos. Everybody's just runners. If they're not runners, then they're the slutty boarders.